If you watched part 1 of the interview, then you already know that not only was Greg scammed, but he later had the entire scam pinned on him. After opening a case against Sedote, he tried his best to find a resolution with the suppliers and the contractors, hoping there'd still be a way to save the Burna Boy show and prevent it from being cancelled.
So I get a text from Brandon on a Sunday night that says that his board of directors wants to meet me in his office the next day. We can talk this thing out and fix it. So I'm like, all right. So I ask Chantel, like, hey, should I go? Like, I don't mind. Like, I want to do this deal. I want to move forward, blah, blah, blah. So they decide to go, her and the unnamed contractor, go inside of TickPro's offices. I'm sitting outside in the car waiting with my bodyguard. And they text me after about 45 minutes to come inside that they've worked out an agreement, everything is good to go. I walk in the door and I'm immediately arrested.
Greg felt that it was quite ironic that he was arrested by the same IO who had the case that he had opened against Sedote and had all the evidence clearing Greg's name of all the false claims that had been made against him.
Her and the unnamed contractor go inside of TickPro's offices. I'm sitting outside in the car waiting with my bodyguard. And they text me after about 45 minutes to come inside that they've worked out an agreement, everything is good to go. I walk in the door and I'm immediately arrested as soon as I walk in the door. And so, ironically, I'm arrested by the same IO who has the case that I opened against Sedote, who has all the evidence that Sedote is the one that got the money.
After getting arrested, Greg fired his lawyer for not doing a good job in representing him, and he was unfortunately later scammed again and also sued by a contractor who had said he wanted to work with Greg in construction projects.
And so I get into court. The prosecutor offers $5,000 for bail, the judge says no, my lawyer offers $50,000, I don't know why, and they tell me I can go. Now mind you, I told you I gave this lawyer 3 million rand. I'm sitting downstairs waiting, like, why am I still in jail? And I go and I ask her, hey, like, what's going on? She says, well, it's gonna take me 3 days to get 50,000 out of the bank to pay your bail. And
everything is money.
So of course, you know what I did? I had them go and pick up the 50,000 and they pay my bail. Now that was for her and the contractor to steal my bail. She put the bail receipt in her name. So when my case was dropped, she went and picked up my 50,000.
One of his former business partners later started accusing Greg of stealing his money, but luckily for Greg, he had all the evidence he needed to clear his name.
A bank gives records to the police. They also give you the EFT records.
Okay.
In the EFT records, it shows what account it came from, what account it went to, what the reference is from his reference and your reference. So it would show his bank account to his bank account, and it would have my name as the reference. Payment to Greg Wings, payment for this Greg Wings. So the whole time he was setting me up from October. Even the first money that I ever gave him, he made it like he gave it back to me.
In part 2 of his recent in-depth interview, tech entrepreneur Gregory Wings shares his ambitious vision to revolutionize Africa's digital landscape and elevate its cultural standing.
I'm partnered with a Wi-Fi company, a telecommunications company I was telling you about. That's the only black telecommunications company in the United States. It's called Figures Communications. And they operate off of low orbiting satellites, meaning you don't need cell towers, I don't need a spectrum license, I don't need any of those things. Meaning with our device, as long as I have power, if I'm in the middle of the ocean, if I'm in the middle of the bush, as long as I have power, I'm connected to the satellite.
Greg also clarifies misconceptions and rumors about his role in entertainment and about him being a promoter.
Most people, silly enough, think that I'm a promoter. That's not what I do for a living. I don't throw shows for a living. I invest in shows. I have thrown, but that's not what I do for a living.
You need to clear that tag because it's sticking and it's not good. I'm an entrepreneur.
I'm a contractor. I invest in many industries. I love entertainment. I love it a lot. Yes, I'm a club owner. I've had clubs, all of these different things. But that's like my side business. It's fun.
Beyond technology, Greg is passionate about promoting African culture on the global stage. He also revealed his plans for a major 9-city African tour featuring renowned international artists aimed to establish the continent as a premier destination for music and entertainment.
The reason why I was excited about Burna Boy is because you had the chance to take the #1 Afrobeats artist at the time across the continent, you know, and you could be literally the live nation of the country. So now I've decided that I'm going to attempt. You'll see in the next couple weeks, I'll let you know. But to take 9 cities I've already mapped out. I've already spoken to the stadiums and everything. I'm working out the stadium contracts, and literally 3 of the biggest artists in the world I'm going to take through all 9 of those cities up and down through the African continent. And hopefully we can shed some good, really nice light, you know, of what's here for people. Like, this is an awesome place.
Greg's book will be coming out soon, where he will be sharing the story of his life and giving much needed advice to aspiring business owners, investors, and anyone who thinks it might be too late to turn their life around.
I'm excited. I'm very excited. I told you my book will be out end of next month. I believe is going to be the release date. My story, this is just a fraction of the story of my life. Like I said, I'm 41. My story starts really at 16 is when my story starts, you know, in life. So it's there. It's going to be a good read, but it's also going to like be educational to help people. It's not just going to be a documentary about me, this great asshole. It's a book for people to be able to learn, a book for people to be inspired behind, because coming home from prison, they would treat you like a second-class citizen. Now look, I lost 51 million rand, and I'm being victimized because I went to prison 20 years ago.
The episode ends with Greg addressing and trying to put an end to rumors of infidelity in his marriage.
The unnamed contractor gave the fake story to the blog. I've met the girl one time during the Burna Boy show, but it was in a room full of people. She didn't try to talk to me. I didn't try to talk to her. I mean, it honestly didn't bother my wife for even like 2 seconds. I mean, obviously my wife knows my type. You know, I'll just say that. So it was literally just fake news.
And that is it for part 2, ladies and gentlemen. A lot was unpacked, and we wish Greg all the absolute best. There's nothing that we in South Africa appreciate more than innovators coming into South Africa with intentions to boost our economy. Thank you for watching, and please do let us know your thoughts on part 2.